Good day, everyone. Welcome to Who Am I, the Self and Society talk show. At the end of the segment, we recognize what sociology tells about the understanding the self and others, discuss how individuals view the self as a product of socialization, explain George Herbert Smith's theory of the social self, discuss the self as a product of modern and postmodern societies, and appreciate your own social experience that have been particularly helpful in understanding the self. Many people think the self is something we're just born with, but sociology says our self is actually built through our interactions, experiences, and the world around us. Like from the movie Tarzan, the boy raised by animals, it illustrates that human being does not develop as human persons without social interaction. Despite having intellect and the capacity for reason, humans become who they are for today's generation. One thing is we clearly become who we are through our relationships with others in our society. Let's start with Mr. Charles Horton Cooley. Sir, how do we develop our sense of self?
Thank you. I believe that the self is like a mirror. We see ourselves through other people's eyes. I call this the looking glass self. There are three steps. 1. We imagine how we appear to others. 2. We, we imagine how others judge us. 3. We develop feelings about ourselves based on how we think others see us.
So if I think my classmates see me as a shy, I might start acting shy even if it's not true.
Exactly. Other people's reactions shape our self-image. That's why I say I am not what I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am.
That's very interesting. Next, we have George Herbert Mead. What can you tell us about the theory of the self?
Hello everyone. I believe the self is developed through social experience, through communication and interaction. The self has two parts: the I, the active creative side of us; the me, the social side that follows rules and expectations.
So I is like my personal reactions and me is the part of me that follows society norms.
Exactly. And the self develops three stages. Number one, preparatory stage from 0 to 3 years old. Children imitate others without understanding. Number two, play stage from 3 to 5 years old. They start pretending to be others, like playing teacher or doctor. 3. Game stage from 8 to 9 years old. They learn roles and understand the expectations of society and generalize others.
That's amazing. So our self truly grows as we learn to take roles of others. Thank you, Mr. Med. Now let's move on to the modern era with Professor Jerry Laluza.
Thank you. In my article, The Constitution of the Self, I explain that in modern society, people have the freedom to choose their own identity. Unlike before, when tradition or family decided who we were, now we can choose or our career, beliefs and lifestyle.
So people today are freer to decide who they want to be.
Yes, but there is challenge. Too much freedom can cause alienation, a feeling of being lost or disconnected, and dehumanization. That's why I encourage people to find their authentic core, their true self, so they can grow without losing meaning or purpose.
That's an important reminder, sir. Freedom must come with self-understanding. Now, our last guest, the French sociologist Jean Baudrillard.
Bonjour! In postmodern society, people build their identity through consumption, what they buy, wear, or show online. I call this age of prestige symbols. People buy things not just for use, but for status.
Like when someone buys a very expensive phone, not because they need it, but to feel important.
Exactly. And when a new model comes out, they feel they need to buy it again. This creates insatiable consumers, people who never feel satisfied. Advertising and social media make it worse by creating false needs. People think happiness can be bought, but it can't. But can.
So the postmodern self is always changing but sometimes becomes trapped in endless wanting.
Yes, we must be careful not to let material things define our identity.
Now that we've heard from our guests, what have we learned? Try to ask yourself, do I define myself by what I own or by who I truly am? Am I trying to fit in or be authentic? How does technology and media affect how I see myself? The self is not just me, but also we. It's built through relationships, society, and reflection. We're all mirrors of one another, so let's use that power to help others grow, not to judge or compare. Together, let's find our true selves, not in the things we own, but in the connections we make. Thank you for watching Who Am I? The Self Society Talk Show.
Bye-bye!